Whew. My name is Donnie P. It's the left hook. Let's go. Okay. Whoa. Man, I mean, there's not getting it right, and then there's getting it dead wrong. And man, I mean, that's as wrong as you can possibly be. Um, I no matter how much film I would have watched of Bakhram, I wouldn't have ever guessed that. So, uh, I would have been wrong about this fight no matter what. No matter what, because I just did not see that guy in any of the other fights I watched. Um, I was so off for a few reasons. One reason, the biggest reason is because the fight that I saw, I can't remember the guy's name, Karka or something like that. The guy he fought, and then he won the championship from. I think he won the championship with that guy. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was, but it was his previous fight, and he looked really bad. No, he didn't look really bad. He just didn't look like someone that could beat Tim Tszyu. He's going life and death with someone that was not on Tim Tszyu's level. Come to find out, Bakhram was on Ramadan during that fight. So it makes more sense to me why he looked so bad against that fighter. But goodness gracious, I mean, it was an absolute destruction. Another reason why I feel like it was a destruction is because I feel like Tim saw exactly what I saw, before the fight. He saw a guy that was not going to be able to stand up to him. A guy that he was going to be able to run through. Mm-mm. That guy, if you talk about a guy that was so much better than what he looked like in that previous fight, it wasn't even close. It was amazing. Right after the first round, I was like, ooh. I mean, actually, within like 30 seconds, I was like, man, his jab is nice. His jab was coming out quicker and stronger than Tim's. And I was just like, okay, maybe Tim, I don't know. I was just like, ooh, this is going to be a tough. Right off the bat, I was like, this could be a tough fight. And then in the second round, he started getting caught. And he started getting knocked down. And I mean, I haven't seen someone get violated by the left hook so bad since Devin Haney fought Ryan. That's what it reminded me of. It was just like the left hook kept landing. But again, I think it was because Tim saw what I saw, which was the wrong thing. But he saw what I saw. He didn't give that guy any respect. He went at him like, I'm going to stop him as soon as I can, 3 to 4 rounds. He stopped guys in 1 round before. He stopped guys earlier, so he knew, he thought he knew he could run right through this guy and stop him. Man, I think Tim, I don't know if Tim could ever beat this guy. I don't know, because this guy is good. He's really good. his jab was looking better than Tim's jab from what I saw. But Tim was just in the mode of I'm going to go stop this guy. I mean, can you? I mean, it's basically like what he basically did was. I mean, it's like it would be like going after Tito Trinidad or going after Beterbiev. You know, just going right at them, trying to knock them out right away. That would be a horrible move, and it was a horrible move. The guy was backing up in round one, but then once he hurt Tim, and Tim was reaching for him and coming at him and reaching and coming after him, and the guy was backing up, jab, jab, hook, boom, and hitting him flush because Tim was reaching so much. Tim was so anxious and so hungry to knock this guy out and to stop him and to beat him down. He just had no respect for Bakhram. And Bakhram deserved, after you see the fight, you realize, I'm going to fight this guy like, you know, like he is it. Like he is the man. Like he punches with a brick. And he did. He hit with bricks. His left hook was strong and it was quick, and he timed Tim perfectly with it every time. And unfortunately, Tim had the wrong game plan. Tim's game plan should have been the exact opposite. He should have actually backed up. He should have not even, it should have been a fight where he's trying to win each round behind his jab. That's what kind of fight it should have been. Instead, he ran right into a buzzsaw. And unfortunately, it hurt. That hurt me. As a fight fan, you love certain fighters, and I loved him, and I still loved him. I still love Tszyu because he's got heart of a champion. He doesn't make excuses. He's a regular dude in there to me, and that's got all the heart in the world. That's not a showman, not trying to be flashy. He's just trying to go in there and put in work. And I like that about him. But man, wrong game plan. Wrong game plan. Tim, you're a great boxer. Tim is a great boxer. I think he's stopped a couple people. He's hurt a couple people, and I think that he, just his game plan needs to be boxing. He's a great boxer. His game plan should not be stopping people. Even though he can, but stop them after you've boxed them. After you've boxed them and after you've got the timing down and after you are winning rounds and compiling rounds and they get desperate, then you stop them. You don't go and force the issue on dudes like this. Like I said, I was wrong. Regardless, I was wrong. I thought he could go in there and stop the dude. The dude did not. Man, this is a great lesson for me in general. But I mean, it's a great lesson in general for anybody. I've watched a lot of rounds of Tim. I've watched a lot of fights of Tim. You can't watch 10 fights of one guy and then watch 1 hour of highlights of another guy and think you're going to be able to accurately predict who's going to win it, And that's what I did in this instance. Never again. Man, I'm not going to I mean, and I've been right so many times in certain situations like this where I can look at a guy I can look at a guy and be like, okay, this guy doesn't have what it takes to beat, this guy who I've watched a lot. But no, I shouldn't, in this situation, totally, it was a horrible move on my part to try to watch an hour of film, watch highlights. I did watch that last match, but again, I didn't know he was on Ramadan at the time, but that's what happens when you try to watch an hour of a guy, and then talk about your favorite fighter and how your favorite fighter is going to beat a guy. Tim's not my favorite fighter, but I like Tim a lot. And that was hard to watch for me. That was sad. That was really sad for me. I think Tim is a champion, and I think Tim can come back from this. I really do. I think even though he got knocked down a couple times, I don't think he took the kind of punishment that is career ending. Even though he took punishment, got knocked down 4 times. It's hard to get knocked down 4 times and not take punishment. But, the guy was hitting him square, hitting him flush, so I was putting him down. It wasn't like he was taking tons and tons of beating. He took 20 punches, and 4 of them were perfectly placed on his jaw, left hook, so he didn't see. You know, so I think Tim's gonna be fine. I think Tim's gonna come back, and I think Tim can be a champion again. Tim just has to box. Period. Like your style from here on out is outboxing people. Okay, he's got the ability to do that, and that's what he was doing. He was outboxing people, finding his distance and outboxing people, and then finishing them. He tried to go in there and just straight perturb a guy, and you know Tim doesn't have the offensive firepower to go and stop people, but he does have the arsenal in general to outbox and you know end up stopping people. So I man, again, it was tough. It was a tough fight. These things happen. Setbacks happen. Tim is a warrior. All nothing but respect goes out to Tim. Nothing but respect goes out to Bakhram. I mean, wow. Guy. I wish nothing but the best for that guy. I think he's very scary. He's a very scary dude, and as long as he ain't on Ramadan, he's going to be smashing people. I think. I think. I mean, there's a good chance he's the best fighter at 154, for sure. Definitely a good chance. He's tall too. He was like I think he was like 6 foot 6'1". Tim's like 5'9". He looked like 3 inches taller, and his reach looked about another 2 inches longer. So I'm gonna be looking forward to watching Bakhram fight. I man, I'm still hurt though. I'm still hurt from this fight. That's the thing. I'm a fan first, and when at the end of the day, when you have a certain love for some fighters, um, it's still going to be there whether they win or lose. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to have love for those guys. You're still going to have respect for those guys. And I got nothing but respect for Tim. I got nothing but respect for Bakhram either. Both of those guys, two class acts. I mean, I loved the respect in the ring from Bakhram to Tim. Acknowledging dude's a warrior. I mean, it was a big man. So hey, again, that was it was tough. Anyway, y'all, left hook.